Hi class, it's Mr Connell here. I'm going to look at reverse percentages for you today. Now I've got 4 examples to do and they're all exam questions, so you can see right away the level. So you should be writing these down as a note, the 4 examples. Watch the video obviously, but take these as a note and then do the worksheet and then attempt the quiz later today. So let's go on with it. Question 1, example 1. So have a wee read of it. So 480,000 tickets were sold for a tennis tournament last year. This represents 80% of all available tickets. Calculate the total number of tickets that were available for this tournament. Okay, so the way I teach this is the unitary method, and the reason I like to use it, you'll see in a second, is because these questions can be calculator and non-calculator. Now this one here is actually non-calculator, so this was in the exam. I think it was last year's exam and they didn't have a calculator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line down here like that, and you'll probably remember a couple of years ago I was showing you how to do percentages and working out amount of percentages. So it's the same idea. I'm going to put in percent there. And obviously this is the number of tickets. Okay. The key thing in all of these questions is how you start it. It's getting that right percent in here. If you've got that right percent in here, you're just going to follow the same method for every one of these, but the hard bit is this bit here. So I've given this example because it's actually kind of straightforward. 80%, this represents 80% of all available tickets. Therefore, 80% is that number there. Okay. Now, this was a non-calc question. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just drop off all those zeros. You'll see why in a second. So I've got 4, 8, 0, 0, and 0. I'm just going to drop them off and stick in, well, that means 48 tickets. Okay, because what I'm going to do is I'll give them back at the end. So this is all about going back to 100%. These questions reverse percentages. You want to get back to what was the original amount. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to divide this by 8 to go to 10%. And then I can divide that by 8, and that would be 6. And then I'm always going back to 100%. There's 100%. So I times that by 10, and I times that by 10, and I get 60. So calculate the total number of tickets. Oops. Number of tickets is 6, 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. Now that's a 3-mark question. Anytime when I do the SQA marking and ask you a kid's done it that way, I can see clearly all the steps. There's another method to do it, and a lot of kids don't get all the marks for it because they kind of jump a step. So that's the way I'd like you to do it, guys. So in any of your exams, that's how it's done. Okay, so I'm going to do another one, and I'll do it a bit quicker. So almost right away you can see this is a calculator question, but the principle's the same. Okay, line down, across, percent, but in this case it's not tickets, it's money. Calculate the original price of the laptop. So the original price of the laptop was, well, I need to put in, if you want to start this way, I want to get back to 100%. But here's the bit you need to get your head round. What is that? What did he pay for? Well, he paid £297.50. The discount in the sale was 15%, so that meant he actually paid 85%. You'll get some kids that will stick 15% in here, and it'll give you the wrong answer. Okay, so this is the key bit. The discount in the sale was 15%. Okay, so, and this is again dead easy, because look, I'm going to do 1, and to go from 85 to 1 I must divide by 85, so I need to divide by 85, and look at this here, I'm even just doing this up to show you the steps, then I times by 100, and then I times by 100, so calculator. So there's a wee bit, 85,297.50 divided by 8. So 297.50 divided by 85 equals 3.5. Nice. Then I'm going to times it by 100, and it will be, so original price £350, because there's a one true value. Okay, everybody okay with that? So again, the key thing in this question is getting that value there. If you've got that, they're all the same. Example 3. So again, it's money, it's percent, and it's money. Now, here's the hard bit, it's getting this percent in here. The price includes a 4% booking fee, and it was £894.40. So either you're going to go, is that 96% or is that 104%? Yeah, it's 104%. 104% equaled and we're going to do the exact same thing. 100 divide by 104 times by 100, and do the exact same thing here. So obviously this is a calculator. So 894.40 divided by 104 8.6 times by 100, and it was 860. So the holiday price without the booking fee would be £860. Okay, final one, and that's me finished. So again, if you think you know how to do it, pause it and give it a go. Okay. Try what you think here. Yeah, I think this would be a calculator as well. Okay. Here we go. Again, it's money in percent. It's money. Okay, so this year Ben paid £260 for his car insurance, so 260 goes in here. And here's the hard bit. This is an increase of 30% on last year's payment. How much did he pay last year? So we're actually trying to figure out what was his original insurance last year. So what percent goes in there? 130%. He's paid an extra 30%, an increase. This word here, increase. Okay, so going to do this, 100. Then we're just going to go through it in the calculator. Because we've just got to go back, so what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to put the things on the side. You don't necessarily need to do that, it is good practice. So I am going to divide through by 130, which is, well, that's an easy number, isn't it? 2, and then times that by 100, so that's going to be 200. Guys, more I think about it, that does look like a non-calculator question. What should Ben pay last year? £200. Look how easy it is for 3 marks. 3 marks, exam. Okay, give the worksheet a go, check your answers, and give the quiz later on a go. Okay, good to talk to you guys, and hopefully I'll see you sometime. But keep your chins up and work hard.